the script that Alan Ball had written, because he, you know, of course everybody knows Alan Ball from American Beauty and 6 Feet Under, right? And it was Alan Ball, it was HBO, it was vampires, and everybody wanted, it was definitely everybody wanted this script. Do you remember when the script came out at all?
No, I think, you know, pilot season is such a stressful, crazy time,
yeah.
You know, and when there's a script like this that goes around that everybody wants, I start trying to pay very little attention, because then it's harder to go in the room, right? There's more pressure. You really want this, and if you don't get it, it's more disappointing.
Yeah. Well, you know, there was the character of Sam, and my name is Sam,
for an actor, that's a
which hurt me. That definitely hurt me.
It did?
Yeah, it did hurt me. No, it didn't. But I just remember that really everybody wanted to do this pilot because it was Alan Ball on HBO, and the script was so good. And my experience was Alan was out of town, so I went in and met with Judy Lowry Johnson, who was one of the casting directors, and I read on tape. And Alan saw the tape in New York and was like, "Yeah, I want to test him," which is where you go to the final audition in front of the HBO executives. And I went and met with him and read with Alan, and he gave me notes. And then I went and did the audition for HBO, and there were 3 other people, I guess, for my part, and I ended up finding out that day that I got it. So that was, yeah.
Yeah, mine, I didn't have to test because it wasn't a series regular for season.
Oh,
so that's kind of
because she's so
easier.
good, she didn't have to test. That's what she did.
You know. I didn't say that. Well, so mine was just, HBO, Alan Ball, and Vampire, which was enough to get me excited. And so I went in and read for Alan. And then they called a couple weeks later and said they want you to come in and read again. And normally that means they're going to add some more people to the room, or, there's some reason why you have to do it again, because it's also on tape. And I said, why? What, is there different materials? Is there more people in the room? They said no. And I was like, well, why am I going back in? No, they just want you to come back in again and do the same thing. Yeah, why? I couldn't figure this out. And then I was worried, do I do the same thing that apparently wasn't good enough to just hire me on the spot? So I went back in, I did the same thing. I went to the Philippines to shoot something else, forgot about it. I'm in this foreign country, trying to find something to eat that isn't the head of a fish, and with purple sauce. And so, yeah, and then I got a text. And they said you got True Blood.
From your agents?
It was actually, no, my agent manager, I'm always the last person to hear anything. I find out things through other people, through wardrobe department. So it was, they don't communicate to me. So it was the producer of the movie sitting there on her text said, oh, we have to get you back. You start work the next morning on something else. What? She's paid looking through her BlackBerry, and she said True Blood, and I'd forgotten. I said, what one was that? What is that? And she goes, let's see. So it's HBO and Alan Ball. I was like, oh, good. So I flew back in, 17-hour flight, 90-hour time difference. I don't remember, but it's
it's like 90, 89.
99 hours. And went home, dropped off my stuff, and went to my fame fitting.
You mean with a Audrey?
That's
what you call it?
No, that's the wardrobe department. No, I went to Masters FX, Sam. It was like going to the dentist, though. They took the impression of your teeth, and I thought, God, on the wrong time zone in the wrong country, getting a fame fitting was so surreal.
Oh, a fang. I think you said a fame fitting.
Haven't you had a fame fitting?
Clothes, like, I would believe that because her character's clothes are so kind of fabulous,
Sam loves my clothes. He's so jealous.
I am too!
I did once, no, but seriously, I double-clicked on one scene with Pam. It was in Fantasia. I don't know if you all remember. It was season 2, was it, I think?
Uh-huh.
But right?
Remember there was those little kids?
Yeah, there were the teacup kids, if you all remember.
Teacup humans.
But I couldn't stop looking at Kristin because she had this like sequined one-piece blue red, sorry, like a 1980 circa kind of jumpsuit on.
It was like a onesie, like a
it was taking me back, and I was just staring after a while. It was kind of embarrassing.
I remember in the middle of the scene going, "Are you mesmerized by my?"
I was.
And he was really glassy-eyed.
Are you sure you weren't just jealous that she got to actually wear clothes?
I was jealous of that, yeah. It's very cold at night. That's my excuse.
Brit, what about you?
I had well, I'm nervous, man. I had a very, sweet clap over there. I had a very...
It's Brit's first one, so...
Thank you, this is my first one. So I had a very special and very unique experience of this show already being a hit when I auditioned for it, which there's nothing else like that, and I did not have anywhere near the amount of credits that it takes to book a show like this. It is like a shot in the dark, 1 out of a million, it never happened. So of course I got it in my inbox, and of course I was excited about it, but most of me was going, not a chance in hell. First of all, I'm doing this against Suki, who's Anna. They're gonna need somebody someone more than me to do this, but there's always that little glimmer of hope that, oh my god, this would be so amazing, this character is ridiculously awesome, this is so up my alley, this would be a dream come true, so you go in with that. Well, I knew Alan Ball was going to be in the room, and I was very, very nervous. So I go in the room, I recognize everyone in the waiting room, but from this show or the other show, I'm just sitting there going, whatever, there's no chance, so I'm just going to let it go. I went in there and messed up so bad. I stuttered. My first line I forgot. I stuttered through the whole audition. I never recouped. But I did my best, and I got through it, and I guess, for some miracle, he got something from me, some essence from me, that at the end of that group that they saw, he said, I want to see Brit again. And I don't know why, it's a miracle to this day, but he let me come back. He let me come back for a callback with a whole new group of people, and I had that thing down pat. I had been looking at it every day for a week. I went in there, and the network or whoever said that they still want to see one more group of people with a little bit more credits because they didn't want to take a chance on someone that wasn't a name, and I still held on really tight, and then about 3 hard, difficult days later, I found out I had booked it. Thanks, guys.
What do you guys even do in a period of time like that, where you're waiting, you desperately want something, and you're waiting? Like, how can you keep your mind off of it?
You just can't. You pretend that you're doing it, and you're
But we've all lived it, like when you go on a date with someone, and then you're staring at the phone. There's always something, anything you really, really want. It's really hard to be zen about it.
A friend of mine lit candles, which...
Oh, I've done it.
I was like, that's not going to work. Don't do that.
We've all tried it. Use a candle.
You light the candle.
But going to the Philippines works.
Oh, yeah.
Eat fish heads and then you're fine.
If you eat a fish head, you will forget.
What do you guys think about the show has hit a cultural nerve? What about the show do you think has hit a cultural nerve? Like, why do you think people are so into this show right now?
We'd almost have to ask them because we theorize up here, but we're so not unbiased, Because it's really because of Pam.
It is.
Right, it's because of Pam.
All roads lead to Pam.
And here.
And Sam.
And Sam. One person. No, I don't know. I mean, Alan Ball.
Yeah.
But the show kind of bridges so many genres, right? It's kind of funny, but it's campy, but it's sexy sometimes. It's kind of scary sometimes.
It's awesome!
There's a lot of nudity. Blood. But it is kind of a cultural phenomenon. And the thing with like vampires are still, because I didn't know, because it seems like vampires really come into vogue every 10 years for a while and then go out, and of course some people are just always into vampires, of course, I respect those people. So probably a lot of people here, the real vampire people, and the real shapeshifter people. Silence. But I don't know, it's kind of stuck around.
Well, you know, it is, from our perspective, we work with these incredible people. So from the set design to the writing to, for Pam, the wardrobe design is enormous, Audrey Fisher, and everything is done so well. And the other actors that we're getting to work with are so good. The quality that HBO supports is pretty incredible. So you get this, it's a very lucky thing because it's a culmination of so many great people. I mean, there's like 300 people that work on this show.
Yeah, Alan, I mean, he really knows how to hire good department heads. Like, he knows how to hire really good makeup and really good hair and really good costumes and just smart production design. Like Suzuki Ingerslev, who does all of the, like, any room that you see, you know, any of the Fantasia or the bar or you know, all the King's Vampires rooms last year, Dennis's stuff. I mean, she's incredible. And she did 6 Feet Under too. But she, like her, she's amazing. So it is. It's sort of a culmination of a lot of different. You know, Alan really knows how to hire talented people.
You guys mentioned the other like sort of